What's up, YouTube? This is John back with another episode of Engineering Awesome. Today, we're going to go over the new gun that I just got, the CZ Scorpion EVO. I've been really excited to get this. It took about 3 weeks, but it's finally here. So let's take a look at it. First off, I want to talk about some of the things that I really like about this pistol. So, the number one thing, the sights. This rear aperture is awesome. It rotates 4 times and has got a different size circle for different ranges. The rear sight and the front sight, really, it's basically an AR style front sight. These sights are awesome and they do come OEM. You don't have to add anything, but man, I really like those. They do sit a little bit lower, a little bit more compact. It is protected. The rear aperture is protected on the sides by a little bit of raised aluminum there. Really very cool. Another thing I really like about this is how easy it is to add a folding pistol brace. So this is actually the folding stock portion from CZ with the butt plate removed and the rear post, basically. This is an injection molded piece that you get directly from Gearhead Works, and this, I have got the tail hook which bolts right to that, and this is a really cool brace that just opens up like that to help you brace. Works really well. Another thing that I really like about this is how ambidextrous this is. So it's got the mag release right here, but that mag release is actually on both sides. So as you guys may have remembered from other videos, I actually shoot left-handed. So, being able to do that with just a push of my finger, I can come to the other side, I can grab it like that. It works awesome. I really like that. The mags also go in just smooth as butter. It's got a flared well basically there, and so the mag, if I can hold on to it, just slides right in. Barely have to look. Another thing that I really like about it is that it does have an ambidextrous selector. Okay, so that is, it's the exact same on both sides. Works really well. I really like how you charge it. Okay, so this is cool. Now with a mag in it, it's not going to slam forward, which is probably good just because it's a little loud, but you can do the HK slap where you just slap that forward, and that's a lot of fun. It doesn't really serve a whole lot of purpose. It's just one of those things that is fun to play with. Some of the things on this that people don't like, I'm not really going to call it negatives because I didn't have the same issues. I watched a lot of videos on this before I bought it. A lot of people complained about the selector, the grip, and the trigger. So I went ahead and bought parts while I was waiting the 3 weeks. And as it turns out, they're not as big of issues as I initially thought. So, when you put this in fire, that hangs down. And when you put your hand up to it, a lot of people complained that this digs into your forefinger. I really didn't have that much issue with it. And I didn't have issue with it with the OEM grip either. Now, I've got pretty small hands. I don't have big hands, but it does not really dig into my hands at all. That being said, I did go ahead and buy the HB Industries AK selector switches for both sides. I probably could have deleted it on one side, but I figured that some of my buddies would be shooting it, and they don't shoot left-handed, so I went ahead and got it for both sides. Now the grip. I'll admit the grip angle is a little odd. It really sweeps back very far, but I also found that I didn't mind it all that much. My hand fits on there pretty nice. It still is pretty smooth when you put it up here. My hand's not really cocked at an angle too much. That's uncomfortable anyway. But I did buy the Parsk grip for it from HBI Industries, and it's pretty nice. It fits well. But other than that, probably wasn't needed if one were going to be honest. One of the big things that people don't like on this is the trigger pull. So the trigger pull on this is a whopping 10 pounds-ish. Now, the reason I say ish is because my gauge doesn't go high enough. I could not measure how heavy that trigger pull was because it was so heavy. But when you're actually shooting it, it didn't really affect my accuracy that much. Now, maybe that's because I'm not a great shot anyway, but it felt okay. It doesn't feel like a 10-pound trigger pull, but I'm a pretty big believer that once you go about 6 pounds or over, unless it's double action, you really can't tell much of a difference. Now, when you get down into the 3 pound range, yeah, you can definitely tell a difference. My favorite trigger is probably about 4.5, 5 pounds. So 10 pounds, excessive for sure. So I did buy the HBI spring kit for it, which is supposed to take it down to about, reduce it by 4.5 pounds, I believe. And then I bought an HBI trigger that is curved. It's not a flat trigger. And I did that because I don't really like serrated triggers all that much, and that one's got a little bit more rounded profile. So other than that, I think that the only thing I'm going to do is I might move the charging handle to the other side because it is ambidextrous in that manner. But then maybe I'll put a Vortex Venom on it because I am a big believer in Vortex. But other than that, this thing is awesome. We took it out to the range, me and a friend, and we had a blast shooting it. He was trying to get me to come out every day after that just so we could shoot it more. And we definitely are going to. I just unfortunately had some stuff to do at work and around the house, so I wasn't able to get out. But this thing is sweet. If you are even remotely considering picking one up, I highly recommend that you do so. If you guys have any questions on this Scorpion, make sure that you guys leave a comment down below. If you guys did enjoy the video or it was helpful in possibly a purchase, make sure that you hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you think that I might have some more content you're interested in. I'll see you guys next time on Engineering Awesome.